Well, this is John Black, Super Chemist. We were at the end there talking about Trump. One more thing I wanted to add on, and then I'm going to repeat everything and kind of condense it and review what I said. If the state can only charge Trump with this bookkeeping error, right? And it's a misdemeanor. Why do they keep saying that Trump has been convicted of 34 felonies? The reason why is the misdemeanor, okay? Remember, like I said, it had a statute of limitations, right? But has a statute of limitations. But if they have a federal, like let's just bring up one felony. There's a couple that you could do this with, but let's say election interference, right? A felony on a federal felony, right? Now, if they are in the federal courts are convicted of these felonies, then that misdemeanor, the statute of limitations goes longer. Okay, so now the statute of limitations is not up yet. You know what I mean? It also changes that misdemeanor on a state level to a felony. Okay, and how do they get 34 felonies? They're basically they have one count and they just basically made it into 34 because he made different payments. Like if he would have made one payment at one time, then it would be one count. But he made several payments, and they're just basically taking one crime and ballooning it up into 20 crimes. You know what I mean? Or 46 or whatever they have of felonies. Okay. So let's go back over this whole thing and review it real quick, right? They say hush money is not illegal. It's totally legal. Okay. They're not saying that it's illegal. What they're saying is that he put it in the book, in the tax books as, your business books as a legal expense, and it's not a legal expense. And therefore it's fraud, okay? That's the whole deal. But in order to have hush money, okay, hush money isn't something that you're in the back alley and you're giving cash to this person and nobody knows about it. No. Hush money is actually a legal thing because you need an NDR, a non-disclosure agreement, which is a contract. If you're in any kind of company where you're making stuff, inventing stuff, like in the medical field or say in computers, everyone that works in that company, unless except for like maybe the janitor or whatever, but everybody that works there that does something in the, helps make medicine or helps make computer stuff, inventions, they all get an NDR, all of them, every last one of them, pretty much. You'd be amazed. There are literally millions and millions and millions and millions of people right now, this second, that are in an NDA, non-disclosure agreement with their company. Millions. Okay. That's why he put it as a legal expense, because it is a legal expense. He didn't go into a dark alley in the garage, lower level of a garage and try to give Stormy Daniels $140,000. Okay, no. He had to have his attorney draw up a contract, right? A non-disclosure agreement, right? Which is a contract. Obviously, you need an attorney if you're going to get a contract with anybody, right? Then they have to have the Stormy Daniels sign it. They have to, you know what I mean? It's a legal. You can't just go get Joe Blow to write up a non-disclosure agreement. You want an attorney to do it. Why? Because it's a legal expense. Okay, so that's moronic, right? Secondly, you can't change the state misdemeanor, right, into a felony unless you have federal charges of felonies that you actually can get convicted of. If you don't get convicted of them, then you can't you can't change the misdemeanor into a felony. You can't lengthen the statute of limitations, and they did not convict him of any federal crimes. Like I said, at the very end of the trial, when they're going into the back to see if he's guilty or not of the misdemeanor, like I said, they just gave 3 federal crimes that were, like election interference and whatever the other 2 were. And they just basically said, if you think that he did any of these, mark it down and then put guilty for the misdemeanor. So obviously you can't lengthen the statute of limitations because there was no federal charges or federal convictions. You can't change the misdemeanor into a felony, especially 36 felonies, unless you got the federal courts to get Trump convicted of federal felonies. And they did not do that. Okay, that's the law. That's why even the Democrats are like, this is crazy, because you can't convict Trump of this misdemeanor and change it into 36 felonies unless you have at least one, just one. That's all you need, just one federal felony. But there is no federal felony. It's pretty clear in the law that you cannot, if you don't have that federal felony, then you can't do what Bragg did. Okay? So basically, and another thing I wanted to bring up about this case is that they keep saying that hush money is election rigging. That's bullshit. Okay, these Democrats and the WEF, they want so bad to make it illegal to have secrets. Okay, once you make it illegal to have secrets, your freedom is gone. You're done. You might as well just be a banana republic up at that point, because your secrets are your secrets. That's your God-given right to have a secret. Okay, it can't be forced. I mean, unless you're going into a contract with somebody or something like that, you can lie and you can have secrets and you can do all that kind of crap. There's no laws against that. Okay. Basically, they're saying anything that affects the election is election rigging, right? Well, the hush money, he might not, did it to protect his wife and his business and his brand name, but it did affect the election, so it's election rigging. That's like saying, well, Trump went down into the Bronx, right? And he had that rally and rallied all the people in the Bronx, right? That's like I'm saying, well, that's election rigging. He went in there and he rigged the election by having this rally because it swayed people's minds. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't just say anything in the world is election rigging if it affects the election. You know what I mean? That's like there's a burning building and there's 5 people that are stuck in there. And a politician that's up for re-election walks by and he runs into the building and he saves those 5 people. Well, according to them, well, that's election rigging. That's election rigging. You did something that, it's like, no, election rigging would be like, Hillary Clinton, right? Where you actually make something up and then you put it, you're not trying to hide a secret. You're making shit up that never happened, like Russiagate. That Trump is, being a spy, for the Russians. And then it comes out that, no, Hillary Clinton paid a not CIA, I think he was from the UK, an ex-spy, though, to basically make up all this crap, put it in a folder, and give it to the DOJ or whatever. You know what I mean? That is because you're literally framing someone. Hillary Clinton was literally framing Donald Trump. Okay, that's not legal. But what did she get? She get like $8,000 fine. That's what she got for election rigging. Trump, the election rigs by keeping a private secret that has nothing to do with anything that has anything to do with the election. But he's a horrible, horrible man that needs to be put away for life. But Hillary, who actually made shit up. And what's funny is Trump wasn't even trying to cover up this affair with Stormy Daniels, because there was no way in hell Trump slept with a porn star. This guy does not sleep with porn stars. I could see if he was like some ghetto rapper that was, a millionaire now, and he came out of the ghetto, and now he's a billionaire. And yeah, okay, I can believe that dude is going to, sleep with a porn star. Okay, although he'd be stupid, but he might do it because he's from the ghetto, and I know I'm from the ghetto. I know that you can't live in the ghetto for 30 years and then all of a sudden you're a famous rapper with $1 billion. It's not going to change your mindset. You know what I mean? So, but Trump has been rich his entire life, okay? His entire life he's been rich. He ain't going to go sleep with a porn star. That's insane. That's totally insane. Then the first thing we talked about was the thing in Florida with the Trump having classified papers. First of all, by law, he can have those papers and he can tell the DOJ to fuck you. I will never give you those papers back, and I will keep them till the day I'm die. I will put those papers in my fucking coffin and take them down into the ground with me, and you will never see those papers. That's legal. He can do that. He's the president, or was the president. He keeps his G rating. He keeps his clearance rating. He keeps his whatever. You can't tell him what to do, okay? But it wasn't that Donald Trump was refusing to give him the papers. He just wasn't doing it quick enough. He just wasn't fast enough, okay? And then like I said, they have it's not testimony by people that can lie. It's by emails. They're emailing back and forth saying this stuff in the FBI and the DOJ. They're actual email after email after email. Hey, I'm in the FBI and I'm sending this email out. And what the email says was, oh, well, hey, you know what? Why don't we just bring some papers, the top face papers that say top clearance, top secret. We'll take them to the Mar-a-Lago, and then we'll get some of his papers, and we'll take our face papers and put it on top. We'll take a picture and put it on the news. They literally have emails saying that, basically. I mean, obviously, I'm paraphrasing. And emails saying how they were planting evidence in this pallet or these boxes that they wanted Trump to come up and pick up after 7 months after he moved out of the White House. Okay, then all of a sudden, oh, there's boxes here you didn't get. Come get it. Then it takes them 5 months to get them to come get the boxes, right? If they were top secret stuff that Trump was stealing, he wouldn't wait 5 months to go pick up these boxes, right? That's ludicrous. That's insane. Okay, he would not do that. No human would do that. So and it's one, and then you find out that on the subpoena that Garland, the Attorney General of the United States, the whole country, said in his subpoena, yeah, you can use deadly force on the ex-president over paperwork. Keep in mind, this is all over paperwork. It's not even that he's illegal keeping the paperwork. No. It's just he's not quick enough to give it back to him. Like he's their bitch or something. Like, hey, Trump, you're my bitch. You need to do this when I tell you to do it. When I say something, you jump. You say, how high? And where do you want me to jump to? No, that ain't the way it works, okay? So, I'll BS. And then I'll go over one last thing, because I'm not going to go over every one of these cases. I mean, if you're so moronically idiotic that you don't see that, these people were trying to get him off the ballot. They're trying to, all of a sudden, right before the election, and everything they're bringing up is from like 10, 20 years ago. Why didn't you bring it up 10 years ago if it happened 20 years ago? If it happened 10 years ago, why didn't you bring it up 5 years ago? Why did you wait until right before the election? Like all of these, I can see if it was 1 or 2, maybe even 3, but like 14 things in 14 different states? Come on, man. That's crazy talk, man. All right before the election. And all bullshit, made up crap, where they're bending the law so bad and planting evidence. But anyways, so I'll talk about the Georgia thing where they're actually charging him with election interference, okay? I seen one of the, back in the day, 3.5 years ago or whatever, 4 years ago, when I started researching stuff, I would research it all the way to the end, okay? Now, I haven't but I wouldn't just look at the news like these morons do, okay? I would go to the actual... Yeah, well, that's the end of this tape. But I'll see you on the next tape. Oh my God.